everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a bit different than normal, but I think it's fun. It's still miraculous related, don't worry. We are going to be making the characters from Miraculous Ladybug play in The Hunger Games. So if you don't know what The Hunger Games is, The Hunger Games is a novel by Suzanne Collins that is a trilogy. It has 2 more novels and is also a set of 4 films, I believe. And The Hunger Games is where essentially a boy and a girl from 12 districts in a dystopian version of America get picked to play The Hunger Games, which is essentially where these 24 children get put in an arena and only one of them comes out alive. They have to kill everybody else. So not that fun, but it's a really good film, it's a really good book. If you haven't seen or read it, I would 100% recommend it to you. So someone made a Hunger Games simulator where you put in whoever you want. You can put in fictional characters, you can put in real people, you can even put in yourself. I've done it before with my family and friends, just as like a fun thing to do. So I have done this before, but not with the Miraculous characters. I actually have made a video like this before where I made K-pop stars fight to the death in the Hunger Games instead of Miraculous characters. However, before we go any further, so first of all, watching this video isn't going to spoil the Hunger Games for you. So if you want to see it or read it, this isn't going to spoil what happens, so don't worry. But second of all, everything that happens in this simulator is randomly generated. There is nothing I can do, that I'm aware of anyway, that I can do to change the outcome. So for example, I've already entered in the characters. Mark is going to be playing in these Hunger Games, and as you all know, he is my favourite character. But just because he's my favourite doesn't mean he's going to win. It's all randomly generated, so I have no idea who is going to win. And that being said, 23 of these 24 characters are going to die. So if you don't want to watch a video where we talk about them dying, I'm going to try and make it fun as it can be. But if that's not your thing, I completely understand. However, before we go any further as well, trigger warning for suicide, I guess. So like I said, I have played this Hunger Games simulator quite a few times now, and sometimes no suicide happens, sometimes quite a lot of suicide happens. So trigger warning now for suicide. I would hope none of you are feeling that way, but if you are feeling that way, pause the video now, but please instead go down to the description box and find a load of suicide prevention resources. For my PhD, a lot of my PhD is actually focused on suicide prevention, and it's also about looking at young adult books and looking at the portrayal of mental health in them, and part of that is actually looking at the Hunger Games. So I kind of remembered this Hunger Games simulator existed because of all the research I've been doing in the past few weeks. So I am well aware how big of a problem suicide is. This isn't to make light of suicide or just death in general. I just thought it would be something kind of fun to do whilst we wait for the remainder of this season to air, which is probably going to be just as traumatic anyway. So I just thought, let's get the ball rolling. Let's start with the trauma now, because why not? The season 4 finale, I'm gonna bet, I mean I don't know much about it, I know as much as you at this stage of filming this video, but I'm gonna assume it's gonna be kind of traumatic and emotional and intense, and I'm not ready for it. So I thought, you know what, let's get the trauma ball rolling and start now. But again, like I said, this isn't to make light of suicide or just dying in general. I know with the pandemic, death has just been absolutely everywhere. It's been awful. I just thought this would be a fun thing to do with the Miraculous characters, and I will link the simulator down below so you can have a go. So let's take a look at our cast of characters who are going to go in the arena. Okay, so District 1, it doesn't really matter where you put these characters, to be honest. Like I said, I've played this loads of times. It doesn't matter where you put anyone each time. It's random, it's procedurally generated. It doesn't matter where you put anyone. No one is going to live or survive depending which district you put them in. It's completely random, so I just went for it. So District 1, we have Adrian and Marinette. 2, Nino and Alia. 3, Ivan and Milen. 4, Luca and Kagami. 5, Nathaniel and Rose. 6, Mark and Julika. 7, Kim and Chloe. 8, Max and Alex. 9, Plag and Tiki, because why not? Let's add some Kwamis in there. District 10, Gabriel and Natalie, because why not? Let's add the adults in for some fun. 11, Sabrina and Zoe, and 12, Felix and Lila. So again, before we start, this is randomly generated. So out of all these characters, Mark is my favourite, then Natalie, then Adrian, and then Marinette. So yes, I would love one of those 4 to win, but there are 24 people here. One of those 4 winning, they have not an impossible chance, but it's a very small chance of one of those 4 winning. So it's just going to be completely random, and we're just going to react to it together, okay? Just don't take it too seriously, is what I'm going to ask. Don't take it too seriously, it's just for fun. But just looking at the characters right now, if this really was the Hunger Games and it wasn't random and it was down to like who was the best fighter and whatever, I think Kagami would have a very good chance. She does fencing and she also does, I think it's called kendo with her mum. And whilst those are very similar sports, I feel like Kagami is the kind of person who could adapt easily to just fighting whenever they need to. Adrian and Marinette, we also know they can fight pretty decently, as Ladybug and Chat Noir, plus Adrian also does fencing, but I don't think Adrian and Marinette have that kind of same fighting instinct as Kagami does. However, in the Hunger Games, if you haven't seen the Hunger Games, you do kind of need to be a bit shady and manipulative in order to survive in the arena. So I do think for that reason that Lila and Felix would have a pretty good chance, as well as Chloe, Gabriel and Natalie. Even though they aren't the best physical fighters, I think they'd have a pretty good chance. I think Ali would have a good chance as well. As for everyone else, maybe Kim and Alex would have a good chance since they're quite sporty. But other than that, I think everyone else would die pretty quickly. So make your prediction now. Again, like I'm saying, it's random, so pick a random character and see if they win. I'm gonna bet on, with no money, I'm gonna go for my boy Mark. I want my boy Mark to live. He is my son. Why wouldn't I want him to live? So now let's start the games. The Bloodbath. As a tribute, stand on their podiums, the horn sound. Felix finds a bag full of explosives. I can see that happening just actually in the show, to be honest. He's just wandering around the mansion, finds some explosives. I can see it happening. Max runs away from the cornucopia. Yeah, like Max, I'd probably run as well. Max doesn't really seem to have much physical prowess. No offense to Max, I don't have much physical prowess myself. I would also run away from the cornucopia. Alia runs away from the cornucopia. Chloe runs away from the cornucopia. I'm surprised at that one. I thought Chloe would go and get weapons. If you don't know what the cornucopia is, if you haven't seen the films or read the books, essentially like this shelter in the shape of a cornucopia in the middle of the arena where there's a load of weapons and supplies. So when the podiums rise up into the arena, you can either choose to go and get a weapon, but everyone else is also getting weapons, so once you've got a weapon they could kill you immediately, or you can run away without any weapons because you go into the arena with just yourself. I definitely didn't think Chloe would run away from the cornucopia. I feel like Chloe is the kind of person who would run head first to the cornucopia and tell everyone she's gonna tell her daddy about this if she doesn't get the weapon she wanted. Just my opinion. Plag also runs away from a cornucopia, and please imagine Plag as a full human, not like a little Kwami. Kagami, Luca, Nathaniel and Natalie share everything they gathered before running. An unlikely team, but have they stayed together or are they running away separately? I wouldn't have put that team together. Maybe Luca and Nathaniel, but the other two with them? Not so sure about that. Gabriel runs away from the cornucopia. Right, okay, first of all, why did I enter him as Gabriel and not Daddy Agrest? Is there something wrong with me mentally? Like, okay, but I also, again, I wouldn't have thought he would have run away from the cornucopia either. I think he's a bit like Chloe, like he would get what he want and everyone like wouldn't mess with him, they wouldn't even try to kill him. I don't know. Alex finds a bag full of explosives. Okay, Alex and Felix, chill out. Nino runs into the cornucopia and hides. Nino, that's statistically, logically, spiritually, mentally, physically a bad move. I'd get away from it. You either go and get a weapon and run, or you run immediately. You don't go in and hide, you lunatic. Adrian grabs a sword. Okay, Adrian, he's getting the weapon that suits him best. Alright. He's off to a good start. Mark rips a mace out of Julica's hands. Okay, my son. I love Julica. Okay, he didn't kill her. Alright. Kim runs away from the cornucopia. Oh, I didn't think Kim would do that. I mean, he can run pretty fast though, so You could probably like do a couple laps and everyone will have left by that point and come back for more weapons. Tiki runs away from the cornucopia, again, as a full human, so both of the Kwamis who are in the same district are running away from the cornucopia. Ivan takes a spear from inside the cornucopia, okay, Ivan with a spear, I can see it, I can see it. Lila runs away from the cornucopia, I didn't expect that, I definitely think Chloe, Lila, Gabriel, they would have stayed. Marinette also runs away from the cornucopia, I can see that. I can see that. Milan snatches a pair of says? It's a pair of says. Oh, okay, Milan. Alright, Milan is on it. Okay, Milan. Rose runs away from the cornucopia. Yeah, that's believable. Zoe takes a handful of throwing knives. Yeah, I just love this simulator because, like Milan, I didn't pronounce that weapon correctly by the way, you just get random stuff happening. And Sabrina also runs into the cornucopia and hides, much like Nino. This is literally the worst hiding spot in the entire arena you two could have picked. Like, what are you doing to yourself? Okay, so day one now. Adrian explores the arena. He's just having a great time, living his best life, wandering around, admiring the scenery. It's usually quite a nice, like, wooded area, the arena. I bet he's having a lovely time. Nino and Julika split up to search for resources. Why are you walking together? Like, why? Okay. Sabrina sprains her ankle while running away from Alia. Okay, so Alia's already trying to kill people. No one's died yet. No one's died yet. Mark searches for firewood, but be careful, my son, be careful. Okay. Lila sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Yeah, because it's probably Mark's fire, hence what the firewood is for, so thank you for not going to investigate and trying to kill him. Thank you very much, Lila. The only good thing you've ever done in your life. Marinette overhears Alex and Rose talking in the distance. Why don't you try and kill them? That's what the Hunger Games is all about, okay? I'm not just being bloodthirsty for no reason, okay? Milan searches for a water source. Very, very wise, Milan. Ivan taints Max's food, killing him. So Ivan got the first kill of the games. Honestly, the first kill usually happens during that opening part when they all come into the arena. But I did not expect it from Ivan, and I did not expect Max to be the first one to go because, you know, Max is so intelligent, you know what I mean? That was unexpected. Didn't expect that. Kim, Nathaniel, Zoe and Felix hunt for other tributes. Right, I can see possibly Felix and Kim being on a team and Nathaniel and Zoe being on a team, but the four of them all together, how does that dynamic work? Because I feel like they're gonna kill Nathaniel first once they can't find anyone else. I don't know. Tiki, oh my god, Tiki shoots a poisonous blow dart into Plag's neck, slowly killing him. I didn't expect the Kwamis to turn on each other like this. I don't know what I was expecting, like I said, this is randomly generated. But I was not expecting Tiki killing Plag, but we also all know how Tiki feels about Plag. So I guess it was really me who just wasn't ready for it. Maybe this was meant to happen all along, but I don't know. Luca practices his archery. Oh, I didn't know you could do that and go off. Chloe scares Kagami off. Okay, so Kagami was trying to kill Chloe, presumably. Natalie is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Does that mean Natalie is slowly dying, or is it just superficial wound? I don't know. And then Daddy Agrest hunts for other tributes, which is what he does in the show, so it's not really all that different, to be honest. Same thing. Night 1. Kagami, Alex and Marinette sleep in shifts. Very, very wise. I would do that too. I wouldn't want to be on my own. At the start you do kind of want to work in a team you can trust, but really, who can you trust because only one of you can survive? Tiki starts a fire. Tiki, the bloodthirsty queen, murdering her fellow Kwami. Okay. Nino questions his sanity. Well, I'll tell you what, Nino, I was questioning my sanity after I had to see the inside of your ear in Mega Leech. I still haven't recovered, okay? Mark and Lila run into each other and decide to make a truce for the night. Mark! Out of all the people you're deciding to trust, you're going with Lila? Do you not know this woman? Okay. Sabrina tends to Nathaniel's wounds. What on earth happened to Nathaniel? I don't know. Julika screams for help. Okay, is Tiki trying to murder you? Or maybe Ivan? I don't know. Kim thinks about home. Wholesome boy. I do kind of like Kim. His hair's a bit questionable, but I like Kim. Alia tends to her wounds. Fair enough. Natalie strangles Ivan after engaging in a fist fight. I just don't think anyone could really win in a physical fight with Ivan. Like, maybe if you stabbed him, shot him, okay, fair enough, you probably win. But Ivan, in comparison to Natalie anyway, he's so physically imposing. I'm just trying to picture the visual of Natalie strangling Ivan. I can't quite get there. Chloe and Zoe run into each other and decide to make a truce for the night. Like in Queen Banana all over again, except they're not trying to murder each other this time. Luca sets off an explosive, killing Gabriel, Milan, Adrian and Rose. You killed Adrian! Luca! He does not, after Wishmaker, he's had enough. He's like, nope, nope, no love square, this can't happen. He's like, nope, no love square, this can't happen. I'm gonna murder Adrian, his dad, Milan, and Rose as well, who is his sister's girlfriend and one of his sister's friends. Wow. Amazing. Luca he's had enough. He unknowingly kills Cat Noir. And also Hawkmoth, so, you know, Luca is the real saviour here, since he got rid of Hawkmoth, but I can't believe he just killed Adrian like that. Who do you think you are, Luca? I'm sorry, you're gone. I'm sorry. Okay, and then finally we have Felix thinking about home. Well, when you ever go back to Paris, Felix, only Natalie and Adrian's bodyguard, who now has no body to guard, will be there, assuming Natalie survives. I do love Natalie. Natalie's great. Proceed! So day 2, Nino, Kagami, Kim and Sabrina hunt for the other tributes. I can see that team working. Kagami's definitely in charge in that team. Natalie defeats Zoe in a fight but spares her life. I was about to be like, excuse me, Natalie, you did not just kill my girl Zoe. I absolutely love Zoe. So thank you for showing mercy. Maybe it was because she found out her boyfriend and her like surrogate son, well I guess her stepson. To me, like, Natalie is kind of like a mother figure to Adrian, but it's a very different kind of relationship since I guess she is paid to being there, but I feel like she does like really care about Adrian. It's difficult. Chloe sprains her ankle while running away from Alex. Like, Alex is literally like 3 foot tall. Chloe, you should be able to get away from her very easily. Oh my god, Marinette kills Alia with a sickle. I'm not sure that's how to correctly pronounce that weapon, but the visual of Marinette just like, I don't know, chopping off Alia's head after everything they've been through this season. I did not see that one coming. I know it's random. I know the simulator knows nothing about the show. It's not taking in the relationships into consideration or the current plot. But after what's happened. Okay. Nathaniel and Lila fight Felix and Mark. Nathaniel and Lila survive. My son is dead. What? Is there any point to me carrying on? I kind of want to see who wins, but... My son, he is gone. Like, and Nathaniel and Lila too. I can see Lila killing literally everybody in the show without even questioning it. But Nathaniel? Oof. I would assume, because I mean, this group of 4, Nathaniel and Mark are dating, and honestly I don't really ship Lila and Felix. Like, yeah, they're both evil together, I kind of like the idea of it, but I feel with Lila and Felix is they both want power in this situation, so all the time they just be struggling on top of each other to try and get it. Like with Natalie and Gabriel, whereas Natalie, she is like the brains behind the operation and she is the one in charge of making like the bigger plans, like in Optigami for example. Whenever Natalie is on board with the plan, things tend to go pretty smoothly for the most part until Ladybug finally arrives and thwarts it. They generally get somewhere when Natalie is making the plan, but she's doing it because she's in love with Gabriel and she wants him to win. She's not doing it because she wants power, whereas Lila and Felix, they're doing it because they both want power, you know what I mean? But Natalie doesn't, so that's why her relationship with Gabriel works. I feel like a lot of people are saying that Lila and Felix are going to be the next Butterfly and Peacock Miraculous holder, and whilst I can definitely see that happening, I'm a bit unsure how that dynamic would actually come across in the show because of this power between them. They'd always be fighting to be in charge, and I think they probably actually end up murdering each other. For real, you know, you have to have one person, let them be in charge. The same with Ladybug and Cat Noir. Adrian is absolutely fine with Ladybug taking charge. So even though he can do it, he's fine with her doing it, and he just lets her get on with it, even though he could do it himself. Lila and Felix, to me, they aren't like that. So I'm a bit unsure on how it's gonna work. But in this situation, Lila's killed him off, so she doesn't even need to consider how that might work. So fair enough, problem solved. And then finally, Juleka diverts Tiki's attention and runs away. I mean, Juleka, me too, because Tiki, she's literally a serial killer at this point. I can't believe it. Tiki, I expected more from you. So 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. We have Ivan, we have Daddy Agrest, we have Milan, we have Adrian, we have Rose, we have Alia, we have Felix, and we have Mark. Like I said, this is quite obviously completely random, because if it was up to me, Mark would still be alive and so would Adrian. I'd make them survive a bit longer. Okay, so now Mark is dead. I would like for either Marinette to win or for Natalie to win. Okay, that's what I would like. So see everyone's status. Marinette is alive but has 1 kill. She murdered Alia. Nino alive, no kills. Luca alive, 4 kills. Okay. Gagami's alive with no kills, which is surprising. Nathaniel alive with 2 kills. Juleka alive. Kim alive. Chloe. Alex. Tiki alive with 1 kill. Natalie with 1 kill. Sabrina and Zoe, no kills, and then Lila, 2 kills. Everyone else is dead. Great! Proceed! Kim receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. I bet it was from Mr. Banana. Mr. Banana. I want Mr. Banana to sponsor me. Like, just in general, like my channel, Mr. Banana. Will you sponsor my channel? Like, please. I love you. You are my 2nd favourite character. Obviously Mark is my favourite. And then it's you. So Sabrina is awoken by nightmares. I mean, being in this game. Yeah, fair enough. I can see it happening. And Sabrina, she's definitely of a sweet temperament. I can see her getting nightmares very easily. Although I would say it's a bit odd that Sabrina and Chloe haven't teamed up. I could definitely see them going around the arena and teaming up with each other if this was like if I wrote an actual fan fiction of the Hunger Games. I could see that happening. Marinette and Alex track down and kill Nathaniel. Marinette's doing that because Nathaniel killed Mark, and Marinette is my new one to win, so that's why she's murdered him. I can get behind that after you killed my son. Okay, sorry. Nino sets up camp for the night. Nino he's keeping to himself. He's not having the best time. But you know, he's just going through the motions. I think Nino might be able to win. Chloe goes to sleep. Okay, and conversely, Natalie stays up all night. Alright guys, Juleka defeats Kagami in a fight. Genuinely don't see how, but okay, but spares her life. I can see Juleka doing that. Definitely don't see how Juleka could ever win in a fight against Kagami, to be honest. And Luca receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, probably because he's killed 4 people in the competition so far, and I would assume his dad sent it to him. Crocodile. I love him. Hunger Games Day 3. Juleka and Lila work together for the day. Why? Why? Natalie receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. But it was Maurice, the gorilla, the bodyguard. He's definitely watching this at home. Chloe diverts Nino's attention and runs away. Chloe, you haven't got anything to worry about with Nino. Nino isn't gonna touch you. Nino in this game, he's keeping to himself. He doesn't want to be killed. He doesn't want to kill anyone. Nino is a pacifist at the minute. Zoe constructs a shack. You planning on moving in? You're gonna be here for a couple of days before you get murdered? Tiki searches for firewood. Alright, fair enough. And then Sabrina bashes Kagami's head in with a mace. This is kind of why I like the simulator, because it conjures up images that you wouldn't normally think of. The thought of Sabrina, of all people, murdering Kagami is definitely something I'd never considered before. This? Amazing. Okay, Luca searches for firewood. Alex is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Amazing job, Alex. Marinette searches for firewood and Kim fishes. A fairly standard day, apart from Sabrina bashing in Kagami's head. but okay. So the fallen tributes, we have Nathaniel and Kagami. So proceed. Zoe and Lila talk about the tribute, still alive. Do not talk to Lila about it, she's gonna betray you. Sabrina destroys Marinette's supplies while she is asleep. Okay, so I mean, I don't know why you didn't just kill Marinette assuming she was right next to the supplies. But sneaky move, Sabrina, okay. Tiki starts a fire. Fair enough. Julika, Kim, Nino, Alex and Luca sleep in shifts. Do you really need that many shifts? I feel at this stage you really should only be going around in pairs in the arena. Any more than that, I think it's too risky. They're more likely to betray you since you're working in a group of 5. But I'll leave you to it. I can see this group working together, but Nino, he's coming out of his shell a bit more. I'm not sure he's making the right choices here. I'm not sure about it. Chloe cries herself to sleep. Yeah, I can see that happening. Trying not to laugh, but I can see it happening with Chloe. And Natalie questions her sanity. Have the events of the show not been enough to make you question your sanity, Natalie? Day 4. Zoe begs for Chloe to kill her. She refuses, keeping Zoe alive. I mean, in the show, if Zoe begged for that, Chloe would do it. 0 questions asked. Julika and Kim work together for the day. Okay, nice partnership there. Nino searches for a water source. Back to basics, Nino on his own again. I think Nino could win it. I'm not going to change between Marinette and Natalie. I'll keep them. Those are the ones I want to win. But Nino, he really seems on it. But Nino, he really seems on it. Alex steals from Marinette while she isn't looking. I mean, I don't know what Marinette's got left to steal after all of her supplies got destroyed, but okay. Luca discovers a river. Lila tries to spearfish with a trident. Does that mean she shouldn't succeed? Sabrina receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Probably Kagami's mum. Tiki also tries to spearfish with a trident, and Natalie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. I'm telling you, the bodyguard is definitely watching this. He's like, I need to sponsor Natalie. My employer's gone. The boy I used to protect has gone. I now need to keep Natalie safe, so I'll have some financial security when she gets out of the arena. That's his line of thinking right now. I'm telling you now, besties, that's what he's thinking right now. So fallen tributes. No one died today. Well done, everyone. Even though the aim of it is to kill people. Natalie passes out from exhaustion, so our girl's not dead. She's not dead. She's not dead. But, you know, it is not the best thing to just pass out in the arena when everyone is trying to kill you. Luca receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. This one's probably his mum, just making sure he's alright. Zoe, Sabrina, Tiki, Chloe and Julika sleep in shifts. Right, Zoe and Chloe, I'm telling you this for the good of your health. Sabrina and Tiki are bloodthirsty. Get out of there now. Kim defeats Lila in a fight but spares her life. What is wrong with you? Kim? What? No. Nino stays awake all night. Not the best choice. Marinette thinks about winning. Yes, come on, you can do it. And Alex dies from hunger. Not all the deaths are murder, some of them are like this. It's sad. She was doing a good job. It's sad that she went like that and didn't get murdered. Not that that's necessarily better, but, you know, sad nonetheless. Kim stalks Tiki. Okay, I can see why he picked to do that. Okay, fair enough. Zoe fishes. Chloe taints Sabrina's food, killing her. I mean, Sabrina had it coming after the way she absolutely ended Kagami's life. That was absolutely brutal. Okay, but I can also kind of see this happening. Like, I feel like this is something Chloe would actually do in the show. She'd be like, yeah, I've had enough of Sabrina. Instead of just like firing her or ordering her to go away, she'd have to like poison Sabrina's food in order to really get that message across, you know. Marinette searches for firewood. Lila hunts for other tributes, which is kind of like what she does in the show anyway. Luca tries to sleep through the entire day. That's the worst decision you've probably made in the game. Nino receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Probably his brother. I would say his brother. I'd guess with brother. Natalie goes hunting. For food or for people? And Julika discovers a river. Proceed. So 2 shots heard in the distance. We have Alex and we have Sabrina. So let's see who is left alive. So we have Marinette with 2 kills. Okay. Nino alive, no kills. Luca still with those 4 kills. Julika alive, no kills. Kim alive, no kills. And Zoe alive, no kills. Then we have Chloe 1 kill, Tiki 1 kill, Natalie 1 kill, and Lila 2 kills. So far, Luca, Lila, and Marinette have killed the most people. And I did not expect 2 of those names to be on that list. So let's carry on, proceed. Night 5, Nino sets up camp for the night. Lila and Chloe run into each other and decide to make a truce for the night. I can see the reasoning behind this, two of the most evil characters deciding to work together. But is it a wise idea? Because I feel like the other would very easily betray the other one, you know what I mean? Julica questions her sanity. Me too, Julica, me too. Zoe, Natalie and Kim track down and kill Luca. I mean, he 100% had it coming. He would have been my target as well since he's already murdered 4 people. Whew. And I mean, he needed 3 people to get him actually taken down. It shows the absolute power behind Luca. He is an absolute unit. Oh my god. Marinette looks up at the night sky and Tiki thinks about home. I don't know why you're thinking about home, Tiki. You live in the Miracle Box and you murdered one of your fellow Kwamis. So, okay, Tiki, proceed. Okay, so this is the feast. So during the Hunger Games there is a feast. So the cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons and memoirs from the tributes' families. You don't have to go. You can if you like, if you need something, but it also could be very dangerous if you go, so you gotta decide. It's a bit like at the start again. So Natalie and Lila get into a fight over raw meat, but Lila gives up and runs away. Yeah, I feel like Natalie could have won that very easily. Yeah, I think Lila made the right choice running away. Chloe decides not to go to the feast. Kim, Tiki and Zoe get into a fight and Kim triumphantly kills them both. Now, Tiki has killed a lot of people at this point, so I'm not that mad about you killing Tiki, but I am very mad about you killing Zoe because I love Zoe. Why did you do that? Nino decides not to go to the feast. Again, Nino, hermit energy. I think he could win this. Julica also decides not to go to the feast, as does Marinette. So most people didn't go. And Zoe got killed. Proceed. So day 6, Marinette injures herself. Well done, what did you do? Fall over? Probably, it's Marinette. Natalie kills Chloe with a sickle. Natalie's doing a good job here. Lila receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Who could that be? Probably her mum, yeah. Julica camouflages herself in the bushes. Kim constructs a shack. And Nino bleeds out due to untreated injuries. I feel like that was a sad way to go for Nino. He's been doing so well on his own and he somehow got injured and just bled out all alone. I feel bad for him. I did kind of think he was going to win, but my 2 choices are still in it, Marinette and Natalie. Come on, one of you can win. So the fallen tributes, we have Luca. No offense, Luca, you 100% had it coming. Tiki, who also had it coming. Zoe did not have it coming, and neither did Chloe for once in her life. And neither did Nino. Nino did not do anything wrong. My heart goes out to Nino. Proceed. Kim convinces Julica to snuggle with him. That is definitely imagery I never needed. I don't want to think about that. No. I don't. No. No shit. No. Marinette sets up camp for the night. Lila quietly hums as she tries to murder someone. No, that's not what it says. And Natalie passes out from exhaustion. Again? That's like the 2nd time, Natalie. You need to sleep. If you keep passing out, someone's gonna murder you or you're probably like gonna die from lack of sleep. Oh my god, Natalie. Proceed. Day 7. Natalie, Julica, Marinette and Lila raid Kim's camp while he's hunting. Okay, so I see that snuggling Julica was just as a way to find out where Kim was. So you could betray him with the rest of the girls who are left. So Kim's the only boy left in the competition. The rest of the girls. Okay. I see what you did there, Julica. Okay, I was a bit weirded out at first, but I see your reasoning now. Okay. Proceed. So fallen tributes. No one has died that day. Proceed. I'm feeling tense, because we're getting to where people are gonna die. Marinette throws a knife into Kim's chest. I'm assuming that means Marinette's just murdered Kim. Okay. Lila is unable to convince Julica to not kill her. So I'm assuming Julica has killed Lila. Okay! I mean, Julica's so lovely. I feel like if you were just like, Julica, please don't hurt me, she'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. Of course, I'd never do that. And this is Lila, who was like the most convincing person ever, and Julica's like, yeah, sure, okay, alright. And then Natalie is quietly humming as all this is going on. So I think the only people left, Natalie, Marinette, Julica. One of my girls has to win, statistically. I have a 66% chance one of the people I want to win now obviously because Mark is dead. One of them's gonna win, one of them has to win. So let's proceed. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the last part. Julica discovers a river. Marinette receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor, probably her dad. I can see that happening. And Natalie tries to spear fish with a trident. I guess towards the end, it's not the end yet. It's harder to find the other tributes since it's a massive arena and there's only 3 of you instead of being 24. Guess it's difficult. Proceed. Arena events. A volcano erupts at the centre of the arena and all 3 of them survive. Okay, alright then. Proceed. Fallen tributes, 8. So 2 cannon shots, we have Kim and we have Lila. So the only people left. Julica, Marinette and Natalie. They're surviving for quite a while, that's why they do these arena events, because people aren't dying. That's why they happen. Night 8. Marinette severely slices Julica with a sword. Like, I'm assuming that means like she cut her throat or something. Like, severely. Severely, okay. And Natalie dies from hunger. So Marinette won! Yeah? Yeah? Proceed. The winner is Marinette from District 1. Whew. Whew. Okay, so I do like Marinette as a character, but like I said, this was randomly generated. I have absolutely zero control over who would win. So yeah, I do like Marinette, but I like Mark more, I like Natalie more, and I like Adrian more. So if it was up to me, one of those 3 would have won, not Marinette, so this isn't... I didn't expect her to win. I thought she would have died early on. I definitely think in the show, if like these characters were actually in the Hunger Games, I don't think Marinette would die immediately, but I definitely don't think she'd win. So let's look at the placement. So obviously we have Marinette from District 1, 4 kills. Natalie was second with 3 kills, Julica 1 kill, then Lila with 2 kills, Kim with 3, Nino no kills. Nino just kept to himself. I feel so bad for Nino. Chloe with 1 kill, Zoe 1 kill. Who did Zoe kill? I don't think Zoe killed anyone. I've already forgotten. Tiki 1 kill, then Luca with 4 kills. Oh wow, Marinette and Luca, I think they had the most kills. Wow, a bloodthirsty power couple. You two should have stayed together. Lucanette is life, living that serial killer life together. Then we have Sabrina with 1 kill, Alex with 1, Kagami with none. That's surprising. I definitely, again, if this was real, Kagami I think would have quite a lot of kills. Nathaniel with 2 kills, Mark, best boy, my son, 0 kills, Felix 0 kills, don't believe that for a second, Alia with 0 kills, Rose 0 kills, Adrian, Milen, Daddy Agrest, Plague and Max with 0 kills. Most of them have no kills if you die early on, apart from Ivan with that 1 kill. I think, didn't he murder? He murdered Max and Tiki murdered Plague, then everyone else murdered Ivan. Yeah, I think Luca murdered Ivan. Yeah, it was pretty bloodthirsty, pretty bloodthirsty. Okay, so that was the game. Like I said, I have absolutely zero control over who was going to win. It was just completely random. I will leave a link down below to the Hunger Games simulator so you can go and check it out. You can play it, you can use the Miraculous characters if you want, you can use real life people if you want, you can use a mix. The simulator doesn't care who you pick, so you could use a load of your favourite YouTubers as well as some Miraculous characters. And then, I don't know, let's say characters from Harry Potter as well if you really, really wanted to. You don't have to do the same fandom altogether or whatever. It's just like a fun little thing. It's randomly generated. You get this random imagery of people killing each other and doing things they wouldn't ever do in the show they're from, depending what show they're from. The Miraculous characters would definitely never do anything like this. It's just meant to be a bit of fun. I hope you didn't take it too seriously, but if you are feeling a certain type of way after this, there are suicide prevention resources linked down below in the description box. Luckily no one did kill themselves in this game. Like I said, sometimes it never happens, sometimes it happens quite a lot when I do it. It's random. I can't control it. So those resources will be linked down below. And if you ever need to talk, I do my best to reply to all of the comments, and I'm also on Instagram and Twitter if you need to message me, as most of you already do anyway. So yeah, I really enjoy doing that. I always find it kind of funny, even though it is also kind of sad as well. I just really enjoy it. And if you use the Hunger Games simulator to make the Miraculous Ladybug characters fight to the death, I would love to know who won in the game that you ran. Because I just think it's a lot of fun, essentially. Please don't take it too seriously. So I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!